Welcome to the Prolific Pulse Poetry Podcast. This is your host, Lisa Tomey. I'm excited today to welcome she is our youngest author, Elizabeth Ogunmodede, and her father, Richard, here today. It's so wonderful to have you here, Elizabeth and Richard.
Thank you.
I want to congratulate you on your books, Ladder to the Top, a book of prose for young adults and a book of prose and poetry for young adults. And I'll pull that up on the screen so everyone else can see what I'm talking about.
Thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure publishing with you.
And this is the Ladder to the Top. This is the book of prose for young adults.
Hello, Lisa.
Is the Ladder to the Top, a book of prose and poetry for young adults. So I'm really excited about these books because the story is absolutely wonderful. It's a really an education for parents and children alike, families, community schools, to really help emphasize the importance of sticking to an education and staying focused on the goals. Elizabeth, can you tell us a little bit about your experience of writing this book? What was that like for you?
Okay, it was a very amazing experience because I got to write about a lot of things that I felt I needed to share with my age grade, people in my age grade, and to parents at large. I started writing Ladder to the Top when I was in 8th grade, and I had lots of breaks due to examination. And it was awesome because I got to share with my dad, who was always there for me, and he was always inspiring me, having always creating time to proofread my work. And with him, everything was a success. And I'm really glad that today Ladder to the Top has been published and it's available for everyone to read whatever I shared written in order to share with my 8th grade and parents around the world at large.
Now, what grade are you in now?
Right now, I'm in 11th grade.
11th grade. You're almost a graduate.
Yes, very soon, in a few months' time.
You're 14.
Yeah, I'm 14.
We share the same birth month. I'm in August as well, so you'll be turning 15
Wow.
in August.
That's me.
Yeah. I'll be a little bit more than 15 in August. You have to take that times a little bit. So, well,
Yes.
let's talk to Richard. I would like to hear from you, Richard, about your experience in mentoring your daughter with this book. How has that been for you?
It has really been a wonderful experience. Having to go through her story, she comes up after writing several pages. She walks up to me, Dad, see what I've got. Okay, I ask her, do you think this is obtainable in the modern world? Make your research. I don't want to have a lot of my own impact in her work. I wanted everything to be a genuine creativity. So immediately, I just try to counsel her and give her an idea of what to do while we are doing this thing. We give her idea, suggestions, and it's something. She gets back to me on phone. Then we discuss, we have chats. Sometimes she sends files that she has written. She sends it to me. I help her look into it. When it comes to parenting, I think the whole idea of the parenting comes from the way I've been tutoring her, mentoring her, So whatever I've been saying to her, then I usually tell her that when you are talking of parenting, don't use your dad's perspective alone to decide your parenting yardstick. So she also tries to make research and get other people's opinion. Sometimes when she goes out, she looks at the way other parents tutor their children or even mentor them, and she used that to compare with what she's been taught at home. And she really did a lot of research while writing this book. I must commend her. She did a lot of research because everything wouldn't have been possible. The write-up, everything is beyond her age. So without making research, it wouldn't have been possible. I want to thank God for the wisdom God has given to her. I think she's going places from my own personal point of view.
Yes. I have to agree with you. I do believe Elizabeth is going places. I think she's already gone places with the work that she's done. She's has other books under her belt that she's published, and this is the one I think that's going to take her more places. This book, in my opinion, should be all over the world. I mean, this is written in such a way that it's relatable to, you know, teenagers, people that are going to be teenagers, tweens, we call them, and the parents and the educators. I think this is something to really pay attention to. Elizabeth, I do commend you on your research. You did a great job with that. And you
Wow,
have a
thank
little
you.
bit, you're welcome. Thank you. You really had a little extra challenge on you, didn't you? Because when I was looking at your book, we were talking about, Elizabeth, I bet you could write that poem that you were referring to some poems in your book, and there was one poem in particular that someone else had written, and I said, Elizabeth, I think you can write that poem, and you did, and I think it's so great. I would love for you to read that poem for us. You know which one I'm referring
Okay.
to.
Um, that would be great. Just need to get the poem. In the chapter titled "Result of Being in Bad Company," and it's titled "The Choices You Make." Here it goes. With the dawn comes the sun. The moonlight paves way to light up another day, which men shall never know. Lone for those who tread not the valley of death. Going through life, you see there's so much to do. The choices you make are gateways to fate. The path you choose, you shall tread. Never retire, success ends nowhere. The genesis of failure you may know, but its end you shall know not, lest you change your path. No time is ever late for amends. A sorcerer shall dance with his problems in the ballroom of troubles. When he blunders in his spells, so shall a man whose choices are like those of Shakespeare's Prince of Aragon, likewise that of Morocco. Why choose to fail when success holds greater rewards? It matters not how tough the path might look. Be tender, focused, and shun distractions, because all that glitters is gold. Well, that's the end of the poem. Thank
There it is in
you.
the
Thank you for
book.
sharing. Yeah,
I look forward
I'm
to
really
the
glad that
day.
you inspired me to write.
Thank you. I look forward to the day you're holding your book in your hand, and it's going to be very, very soon. I just saw a report that within about a
Yes,
week, you're going to have your books in your hands.
I can't wait for that day. That will be awesome.
I expect I'm going to see you on Facebook and Instagram with the video going with you holding your books.
Of course, of course. I would love to share it with the world. This book has been my dream.
Where are you going to go from here? As far as your next
Oh, come
plan,
again.
what is your next plan? Are you working on another book?
First, well, presently I have a ready manuscript, a poetry manuscript, which I hope to publish soon. But I am currently working on a fantasy fiction novel titled Fantasy of the Realms. It's also going to be young adult, but going to feature a lot of things much more wider than Ladder to the Top. It's going to be a pretty big book. It's going to be featuring magic, family ties, and a lot of things that I think the society needs to know. It's going to be a big hit, and I'm looking forward to the time that that book will be published.
Full. I look forward to reading it.
Yeah, a lot of Diana Wynne Jones's books, a lot of fantasy novels, much more like the Beyonder series, and a lot of other books, which really inspired me. And I wanted to write my own fantasy fiction novel, and I know it's going to be kind of a bit difficult because I am younger and I'm going to be making a lot of research, a wide research, and I just hope that when this book is out, the world will really enjoy it.
I believe they will. You are already a prolific writer. You certainly do get the Prolific Pulse Award
So
for being a
thank you.
prolific writer. And I think this
Thank
book here,
you.
Left to the Top, could probably be entered in literary contests. So we certainly need to look into that because you have a real winner here.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful idea. We are also looking at awards over here in Nigeria and in Africa that we will be enrolling Ladder to the Top in.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's great. I'm looking forward to hearing that you won them because I really do believe you have a winner here.
I pray so. I pray so. Thank you.
Is this your sister?
Yes, her name is
Hello.
Excellent. Say hi. Hi.
Our next up and coming writer. Okay, I think we're freezing up here. Well, I won't keep you any longer. We're losing our connection, I think. But I want to
Yes,
thank
I
you.
believe so.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on here today. I'm enjoying your videos, and I'll be sure to let people know where to find you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It has
Thank
been
you,
a great
Elizabeth and
outing.
Richard and Excellence. You all have a beautiful day.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank
Thank
you for your
you.
time. Thank you, Ladder to the Top.